Hey YouTubers, it's that van guy again with another weekly store finds and mail deliveries video. I got a lot of cool stuff this week, a lot of stuff from eBay, a lot of stuff from Facebook, different pages on Facebook. One live auction where I got a lot of custom dairy deliveries. I'll go through those, and a couple picture auctions, silent auctions from different Facebook pages. Let's see where to start. I guess we'll go through the stuff I'm not going to open first. I did get a few cheap ones for trading, but most of the stuff actually we're going to take a close look at and we're going to be opening up in this video. These are a couple that I got for trading. Got them pretty cheap. These are the Hot Wheels Ford Transit Connect. It's got the Hot Wheels logo on it. If you check out my channel, I actually have a casting spotlight on this van and show everyone that's available in that video, so check that out. But I found these cheap, so I picked up a few doubles for trading, as well as this Hot Wheels the Vanster, two different paint schemes from that casting, and I also have a casting spotlight on my channel. Check out the Hot Wheels casting playlists and or the Hot Wheels casting spotlight playlist, and there'll be a video on the Vanster as well showing all the different current versions of that one. I collect them all and own them all, so I just picked up a few doubles for trading. The rest of the stuff, for the most part, we're going to be opening. This one is pretty much the crown jewel of today's video for me. This is a custom super van, and this was a convention piece. It was never sold carded, only in this bag. And this was actually done by Chris Walker, a guy somewhat local to me that I know that's a pretty famous customizer. And here's the info on the bag topper. This is celebrating 30 years of conventions, not necessarily Hot Wheels 30th anniversary. This is the 30th convention. So this is a custom super van that he did. I'll see if I can get a little more light on it for you. Pretty ornate piece, and I did not even realize that he made this until after I received it. So that's pretty cool. Maybe I'll have him sign it, but I'm thinking when I do my super van video, it's probably going to get opened because I'm pretty much a loose collector. So I think I'm going to hold off opening this until I do my super van casting spotlight, when I show all the different versions available, and there's quite a few. So stick around for that video. That'll be coming up in the near future. So, but the rest of the stuff we're going to be going through and checking out in detail. We can go, first we'll start off, I got some of these special promo pieces from Johnny Lightning, these Johnny Lightning vans. They're from the Dwyer Group. There's 6 different vans, and if you check out my Johnny Lightning casting spotlight on my channel, you'll see that I have a video on these GMC Savannah vans, or GMC vans from Johnny Lightning. These are a special promo piece that was put out by the Dwyer Group, which owned a bunch of different service companies, and these were just promo pieces that came in a little cardboard box, a little white cardboard box that had no windows in it, so if you keep it in the box you really can't see anything. Most of these are in mint condition. This one looks like it has a small chip on it, but these are pretty hard to come by. And there's actually a red wheeled version, and there's a chrome wheel version of these, so there's 2 different versions, no white lightning, of this Johnny Lightning Dwyer Group van. But I did a trade with Jeff Goodman. He sent me some cool Johnny Lightning vans for me and another local buddy that I know. He's also on YouTube. um, Champion DJK. He's also into collecting vans, and he needed a couple Johnny Lightning vans, and Jeff Goodman had a few, so he sent me a trade box, and he said he only pretty much collects Johnny Lightning stuff, and he gave me a list of vans that he was looking for. He doesn't really do eBay, so I tried to help him out and find a bunch of ones that were on his list that he didn't have, that he wanted. So I've been working on this trade box for a while, and I believe this is going to be completing his trade box. He's got a lot of cool, hard to find Johnny Lightning vans that I just happened to track down for him, and hopefully I'll get those sent off this week. So I found 4 of the 6 for him on these Dwyer group. I only have 4 to send him. There's the guy that was selling these only had the 4. He didn't have all 6. So, but if you'd like to see all 6, check out my GMC van spotlight in the Johnny Lightning casting playlist on my channel, and you can see all 6 in the red wheel version. This one is the Glass Doctor. And then last one of this 4 van set that I acquired is the Mr. Appliance. So these are Johnny Lightnings. They're all metal body, metal base, rubber tires. I'll give you a shot of the base on this one if you'd like to see it. And then we'll go through. I got a bunch of cool custom dairy deliveries. Some of them I kind of had to buy in a lot, or he was selling them 2 and 3 at a piece, and there was only maybe like 1 or 2 that I really wanted, but I ended up having to buy, 3 at a time or whatever. So some of these dairy deliveries I'm about to show will be probably for sale or trade. Most of these I'm probably going to keep. I wanted this Gas Monkey version, all silver metal flake with the Gas Monkey Garage logos on it. And I believe this is one of the ones that has real riders. A lot of these customs did not have real riders. They're just the stock plastic wheels. And a couple of them are a little bit banged up. So maybe the guy that made these, I got these from Ed Poole. He had a live Facebook auction, and I was able to get these fairly cheap. This one is one of the ones that has real riders on it. Like I said, most of these a lot of these are plastic wheel versions like this. And whoever made these customs, they might have allowed their kids to play with them a little, because there are a few that have a couple chips or they're banged up a little, so maybe they weren't stored the best. You can see on this fender, front fender, it looks like the red paint is chipped off a little bit, and above the window there's a little paint chip. That stuff might be able to be touched up if you could find the correct paint color. On the corners and stuff, there's a couple chips, but I just thought, I got these, they weren't super expensive, a lot cheaper than you would buy a custom on eBay, so I just was real interested in picking these up, because I'm a big dairy delivery fan. Here is a Vampirella version. So they got some pretty cool paint schemes, although, some of them are a little banged up, so it is what it is. But like I said, I didn't pay a fortune for these customs. They were fairly cheap, so I kind of jumped on the deal, and I had to buy multiples to get some of these. So pretty cool. Next up, we got this Budweiser dairy delivery, plastic wheels, but the red metallic wheels seem to go well with the red graphics. And I'm a Budweiser fan. I'll have a Budweiser here and there. They make a pretty good beer, a couple different versions, Bud Light, regular Budweiser, and some other stuff. But I enjoy a lot of different kinds of beer. But I can definitely appreciate this Budweiser version. Some pretty cool graphics. And then we got a Pepsi Cola for the soda drinkers as well, similar to the Budweiser, but in like a soda livery. This one's pretty detailed and has a lot of classic Pepsi Cola graphics. I'm more of a Coke guy myself, but I think this one was pretty nicely done. A lot of red, white, and blue. Nice colors, some old school graphics. Like I said, it's got a couple chips on top. So they weren't, but I believe they were like that in the live auction. So it wasn't something happened during shipping. I'd seem to pack them out really well. So it looks like it was some damage that happened to them before I'd even got a hold of them. A couple Happy Holidays versions. This one looks like it has a Grinch on it. And then we got another one coming up with Santa. So maybe Frosty the Snowman and a reindeer there. And one last, oh, two more yet. Another Happy Holidays from 2008. Looks like Santa's driving a hot rod there. It's got a Christmas wreath on the hood. Another one with just plastic wheels. Again, most of these were plastic wheels. There were only a few that had real riders. Take a look at the top. Happy Holidays 2008. Pretty cool. Alright, and then last but not least of these custom dairies is this BRE Datsun version. Kind of like a racing support vehicle. This one has rail riders. This is one I got as part of a group sale. I'm not really a Datsun guy. I'm not really into imports. So this is probably one that's going to go on the chopping block and get resold or traded. I think I already have a local guy, that's willing to trade a premium dairy in trade for this one. I think it's done pretty nicely. The graphics look good. It's got the two-tone paint. This one has some cool rail riders on it, and the bottom is painted in a cool like blue. So I think it's got real riders, pretty detailed. It says Hot Wheels on the back, and the taillights are painted. So I think they did a good job with that, better than I could do for sure. So now let's get to some of this carded stuff. Enough with the stuff that I bought loose. Some of these had full cards on them, but I told her they're for me. So I said, to save me on shipping, it's okay to cut the tops of the cards off because I'm going to open them when I get them anyway. As you might know, if you're a fan or a frequent viewer of my channel, I drive a Dodge Magnum RT in the summer as my daily driver, and this is kind of this is the Hot Wheels Pursuit, or HW Pursuit is the name of this casting, and it really reminds me a lot of a Dodge Magnum. So I kind of loosely collect this casting, and I found a couple selling at $1 a piece on Facebook that I didn't have, from a gal that is not too far from me. So the shipping wasn't too bad either. Take a close look at it. Red and white paint with some green trimmed wheels. This is Hot Wheels City Fire. It kind of has like a turbine in the back, like a vectoring turbine, like a modern day jet fighter. So it's kind of different. It's got kind of like a power bulge hood, and kind of like some futuristic lights on top, possibly. A little crash bar. So that's the red and white City Fire. And then we have another one here. That's another one I got real cheap from the same gal. And this one might be a recolor of the one I just showed. This one is, yeah, it looks like a Hot Wheels City Fire. Looks like the same Tampo, but in a different color scheme. I kind of like this black and yellow with the gold trimmed rims. Not crazy about the red windshield though, but pretty cool piece. And as you can probably tell, the bottom portion that's black, that's all plastic, probably to save the money on the cost of production. They just keep making cars more and more plastic and less metal. But this is another HW Pursuit I didn't have, and when you find them for $1, ones that are no longer available, that are out of print or whatever, that's a pretty good deal. Here's a really cool one. We'll check out the packaging on this one. This is another one I found on eBay. This is a Matchbox action system, light and sound vehicles. And this one has, if you press on the front axles, and it has light and sound. But this one's been in the package for a long time. Let's see. Collect the entire Matchbox action system and create your own exciting world. Looks like copyright 1996. So this is probably released in 97 or so. There's a look at the back of the card. And this is the Supervan 2. I don't think it says it anywhere on the front of the card. Maybe it has it on the back. I don't see it. But maybe it'll be on the bottom. We'll take a look. And this is a paint scheme. I do have a few of these, but this is one of the paint schemes. I don't have this paint scheme. Let's take a look at the bottom. Let's see if I can hold it in light just right. You can see it says Matchbox Ford Supervan 2. Ford Supervan 2. Made in China. And I don't know if the lights are going to flash. Let's see if I can get the alarm to go off. Yeah, the battery inside's pretty much dead. I don't think you'll be able to hear that. It's making a little bit of a noise. But I don't think it's even audible anymore at this point. But these little LEDs on top would flash, and then it would have a little bit of an alarm, or a siren, I should say. But it probably would have to be opened up, and maybe the battery would have to be changed if that's even possible. But this is a cool version, a nice mint paint on it, brand new blister pull, and this is one of the versions I did not have, so I'm glad to add it to the collection. I'll probably be doing a casting spotlight on these, but I'd like to get quite a few more before I do a video on them, is usually the way I do it. And then we just got a few more. We just got a couple of these rapid response. It's kind of a van. Also ones I got for $1 a piece. And it's kind of like a ambulance or van or garbage truck. It's kind of hard to tell, but I'm pretty sure it's an ambulance. And it has kind of like a clear plastic bubble in the back. I've got a couple, not real huge into collecting this casting, but I do have a few. And nobody was bidding on it. I could get it for $1. Let's take a look at this. I don't know if this plastic cover comes off. I don't think so. Not very easily anyway. But if you look inside, it kind of looks like it's got, there's like a bed in there, or like a cot, and then some computer machines, or like a little workbench. So it does kind of look like what maybe would be inside an ambulance. Let's take a look at that. Just a mainline release, just plastic wheels. Nothing too exciting. Not the coolest van out there for sure. But it's something different. And like I said, I got it for $1. And then I found another one that's very similar. It might have been the recolor from the year that this was released. Again, I told her I was opening them up, so it's okay to cut the top of the card off, save on shipping. Let's take a look at the back and see if we can. 2013 is when this particular, the copyright date on this card. So it's probably released in 2014. Haven't checked the Hot Wheels wiki to see much about this casting, as far as how many were made or when it was first introduced. Here's the green version. So lots of cool stuff. A few of them aren't for me. Some of them will be going for trade. Some of them are for my personal collection. Lots of cool dairies. Big dairy fan. Should be having a video on those in the near future. So here's just about everything for today's video. Alright guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And check out my Facebook page, That Van Guy. Thanks a lot guys, I appreciate it. Have a great day.